Hi guys, it's Roo here from Temperate Camping. Now sometimes when you're going out and you want to start a fire, you might struggle to get dry tinder, so it's always a good idea to bring something with you as a bit of a fire starter. And one of the things I take out with me is some jute cord, like this one here. I just made that by braiding some twine, some thinner twine, in a previous video up here. So now I've lit the stove, I'll just pop the trivet on and then we can start melting the wax. It's quite a handy little stove, this one, actually, to be fair. It's a cheap one from China, but I quite like it, and it was bargain price. I've done a video on that as well previously. I'll put a link to that at the top of the screen here now as well. So yeah, now that that's coming up to temperature, we'll pop the wax on, melt it down, and we'll fast forward that bit, I think. So see you in a minute. It won't take long. And this wax was very kindly given to me, and the jute string that I used to make the cordage, it's very, very cheap. It's about like £1 for 100 metres. So these fire starters, they really are very cheap things to make and to keep in your fire kit. Right, so we just simply dip our cord into the molten wax here. Just let it absorb it all and coat it all. A stick helps to push it down, you don't want to burn your fingers. It is quite hot, this wax. Now, I've coiled this up to get it into this small little can, and you could leave it coiled if you want in your bag, but I'm going to straighten it out and hang it up so I can cut it into short little straight sections to fit into an Altoids tin. Right, obviously one length of this isn't really enough. I always have a few short bits of this stuff together anyhow, because it's a handy way to pass the time when you're bored, just to make some of this rope. So I'll make a bit more in this wax. So here we are a little while later, and as you can see the cords are quite rigid now that they've set and the wax has hardened. And so I literally just line it up against the tin here and trim it to size. And then I'll just simply dip the ends to seal them. Now it's important that you do seal the ends of these. I mean, whilst it's completely infused with wax, just to make them a bit more waterproof, I just seal either end as well. And then I'll just lay these across the tin so they can't touch the tin or each other as the ends are set in as well. And these things, they're great. I mean, they're really, really cheap. They're very easy to make and quite reliable. I'll light one up in a minute and you'll see that they produce quite an intense flame, and it'll burn for several minutes, so it will definitely get your tinder going. And just fluff the ends up here, look, with a knife. Because the jute is so fibrous, when you scratch it up a little bit, it creates lots of little fibres that will catch a spark very easily. And then obviously with the wax that's now on it as well, then it should burn nicely, and it has like a nice little wick effect. And there you go, we have fire. And quite an intense fire, as you see. Like I say, that'll have no problem getting some kindling going. But there you have it, guys. Cheap, easy fire makers. Hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe like it, comment, and who knows, even subscribe to the channel.